we have an absolutely charming set called The Little Things. It has papers, it has Dazzles in this beautiful red. I don't think we've ever done the 8x9 Dazzles in red and with ribbons. So let's get started with the papers. These are hot off the press, so you know that they're going to be ideas for scrapbooking as well as card making. I'm going to show you both of those projects. On the back, there's even more. So great ideas to jumpstart your creativity. Now the papers are 80-pound paper. They're a nice substantial. It's not cardstock, it's paper so that you can fold it and it's not going to wear down either your scrapbook pages or your cards. You can see this one has a wonderful corner treatment, opposite corners, and yet the center area is also designed so you can see that it has some sweet little patterns, as well as on the corners these beautiful large swirls that are kind of ghosted back, and these fun playful flowers. There's also border treatment on each side, so just perfectly ready for your photos or your cards. And the second one is a dot, so it's light blue on top of a navy pattern, and that just works nicely. Very, very useful. As you can see, that's going to coordinate, of course, perfectly. An all-over pattern with these little flowers, keeping that navy blue in the background. And then we have just really something very different. All of these little words and images in an all-over pattern, very, very useful. It's muted back, so it's going to work beautifully. And you can see, of course, the colors match perfectly. And then we have this gingham, but on top of that, there is another pattern. So you get kind of tone on tone going on there. And then we also have a tinier floral, this time with a light background, so that's going to work very nicely. Those are the first 6. We flip them over and you're going to see stripes and more florals. Here is that same pattern, but this time in a pink. I mentioned stripes. These are very tiny chevron stripes, but again, picking up the patterns through the papers. We have a dot, but it also has kind of this gingham in the background, as you can see. So fun, playful mix of 2 patterns. Then we have an ivory, and that's again going to be really nice to coordinate with all the other colors. And then a very tiny, a micro floral that is an all-over pattern. And then we have the teal, again in that gingham that has the overlay of another pattern on top. So all 6, there are actually 12. You're going to get 2 of each. They're all double-sided. For the Dazzles that match perfectly, as I said, these are red with a silver foil, and aren't they gorgeous? There are 92 designs on these 2 sheets. Again, you get ideas on the packaging. Well, of course you do. After all, we're hot off the press. And let me just walk you through these just so you can see. The borders are in 6-inch lengths, as is our custom, so it's easy to make them into 12 inches. You've got words, smile, best buddies, laugh, best day ever, and then also lots of icons. So it just is very, very useful, and I'll be showing you some projects. Now, as to the ribbons, let me bring them in. Let me turn this over. And you can see there are 12 ribbons, a variety of styles. We've got the crepe in a wide crepe. We also have it in a narrower, and we also have it in the teal. So all 3 colors, which are kind of the primary colors of this set. Now I guess we also have it in white, so that just rounds it out quite perfectly. Of course, one of my favorite ribbons is this glimmer velvet, which does not rub off. It's just always so pretty. And isn't that going to look good with the Dazzles and the papers? Beautiful accent. We've got a gingham. We have some twill in the navy as well as pink. We have a stitch, as you can see, in the pink and the red. We have a swirl in the sheer ribbon. And that may be olive. Oh, no, we've got this metallic in the white. So lots of textures, lots of widths, lots of colors. Everything is going to coordinate perfectly. So what can you do with these? Well, let me show you. Start with cards, and as you can see, the Dazzles are larger, so they're going to make a beautiful focal. You can decide to back them with paper, or you can color them in, or you can leave them just as that smile is and the border is. And we'll back up just a little bit, and then on the inside, great way to use that paper and the Dazzles together. So very fun to see the papers used and with the Dazzles. As you can see, that love is just so charming. Use it on the edge of your card, do a cutaway card. Isn't that sweet with that little frame, the kind of a Polaroid frame around that photograph? Nice to add to the front of a card. And here is another one, The Good Life. Now for scrapbooking, we're just going to go right along. Beautiful for everyday photos, and that's what I really appreciate, is that they're just so very, very useful. You can pair them up as this has been done. This is all about a new little one in the family and how she's changed their life for the better. And you can see this one is using two little girls, best of buddies. Nice to put those right on the photograph and let it just really frame those so beautifully as it does on the paper. Here's a very fun one that is really talking about the qualities of this special little one. And you can see how those photos cascade down. Fun treatment with the ribbons. I've not seen that done before. Let them loop over a sheer ribbon and add some of the buttons on the edges. And you can also use them not just for girls, but for boys, for families all together. Now I know you're waiting for the download, and here it is. We have the big love again, looking at the tiles. We've got all of this imagery. All of this is yours. All of it is free. You can download it and print it off as often as you like. Well, this is the Little Things collection. We've got Dazzles, we have papers, and we have ribbons. And with your creativity, we've got a lot of things you can do.